have 32,000 young people across Ohio in the FFA. You know what that tells me? We're just rocking it, aren't we? I mean, the FFA has been a fantastic organization, and I just was able to talk to a couple tables here for a few minutes, and let me just make a couple observations. First of all, I love the fact that this organization is teaching you about how to be leaders. Everybody can't be a leader. You have to have followers too. You just can't. Everybody can't be a leader. You got to have some people that understand how to become part of a team also. And I understand this organization works hard to get you to work together. The idea that you can stand up in front of people and speak, it's invaluable to you. Believe me. The other thing that gets me excited is I just kind of sense what's here is you get taught some values too, don't you? You know, when you're in agriculture, you can't fool many people. I mean, you don't fool Mother Nature, do you? You know you have to get up in the morning. You know there's certain things you have to do. You know you have to carry out your responsibilities. You have to do your duties, and there's no excuses. At the end of the day, there's no excuses. And that kind of teaches you leadership. It teaches you some basic things. The other sense I get is that you're all taught about respect. Respect's really important. You know, I notice young people who have respect, and I notice young people that don't have respect. And once they learn to respect their elders, call people by, by their formal title, Mr. Height, Mr. Eaker. It's not Joe, it's Mr. Eaker. It's not Cliff, it's Mr. Height. Adults notice it, they appreciate it, and it's frankly a way to get ahead. I met Arnold Palmer here about 5-10 years ago, and I said, Mr. Palmer, how you doing? And he said, hey, please call me Arnold. I said, of course, Mr. Palmer. People notice that when you show respect, and they notice when you're a leader. Now, let me tell you a little bit about leadership. A leader doesn't always mean you're very popular. I've always said that leadership means you have to be willing to walk a lonely road. But what do I mean by that? When you're 16, 17, 18, there's a lot of peer pressure out there, isn't there? You go your own way. Sometimes when it might seem as though you're the sore thumb. And let me give you one example. Don't get in a car with one of your friends that's drinking. Don't do things like that. Don't do dumb things that can carry on. Post things on Facebook, be careful. Facebook's never erased. So be careful about what you do and be a leader. And be willing to stand up even sometimes when it hurts. Let me tell you a little bit about the way I see agriculture. And this is what kind of gets me really excited about having all of you here. Agriculture today, first of all, being a farmer, I think is fantastic. You're close to the earth. You have respect for the Lord. Your prayers matter. And when you're out there, whether it's dealing with the animals or dealing with the crops, it's just something about being close to the earth, or something close to being close to Mother Nature that makes it special. Plus, you're an entrepreneur. You may take some orders from the cows, but that's about it. There's nobody else to take orders from when you're a farmer. So it's really an exciting profession. But I don't think that we've really scratched the surface of what agriculture can be. And I've got with me today Dave Daniels, who's he's the head of the Department of Agriculture in our cabinet. And I made a little note. Veterinarians, veterinary technicians, food engineers, chemists, equipment operators, pharmaceuticals, biopolymers, biofuels. This is the future. Do you understand that? It doesn't mean that industry that has been around since Adam and Eve were in that garden trying to figure out how to maintain it, okay? It doesn't mean that part of agriculture is gone. But it also means that there's a real exciting future. And and if I'm 16, 17, 18 years old, and I'm thinking about going on to college, and I kind of like the FFA, and I kind of like agriculture, but I'm not sure that I want to be out there as a farmer, there's a whole world, and it's exciting. And when I think about this, I think about some of the exciting things that I've seen recently. And I'll tell you an interesting story. I was out in the Silicon Valley in California, and I was in an office with a friend of mine. And a guy walks through, some torn jeans and his hair is in a ponytail, and he walked out of the building, and he said, "Oh, and he was gone. He said, "Now that guy, he started this company, and it's really interesting, and I know you've never heard of it because no one in America has ever heard of it, but it's going to be big time. It's called YouTube." You see, this whole area of agriculture and the potential future of agriculture in terms of medicine, in terms of materials, in terms of energy independence, this is cool. This is really, really cool stuff. So if you don't want to be the traditional person in agriculture, think about what you might be. Think about what you can do to become a great entrepreneur or a great chemist and have breakthroughs. It's pretty darn exciting. Now, for all of you here, probably most of you are going to want to go on to college. But if you'd like to go 2 years and do something else, that's just fine. Whatever gets you going. And I will tell you this. At the end of the day, for any young person, search your gut in terms of why you were put on this earth. I believe that every single human being has something special about them. And they have a special duty on this earth to make this place a little bit better. And you search your insides. You may not get it today, but the minute that you can find out what your purpose is and you can drive for your purpose, never let anybody talk you out of it. I don't care what you want to be. When you drive for your purpose and you find it, you're not only making the Lord happy, but you will also have a very satisfying life. I wanted to be here today just to say this because I think you're a special group. I think it's really cool how you get together in your school and how you stand out, and I think I've no doubt in my mind, you're future leaders for our state and future leaders for our country. And I mean it, not politics. I don't do a lot of that. You can ask the legislators here, they wish I did more. But at the end of the day, you're special people. And I hope you all find your way of purpose and make a difference to change the world, because you can. Thank you all very much.